my website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hello, welcome to this video about how to end confusion, because most of us are confused in the process of getting to the skill level we want, because we see one thing in one YouTube video, then another in another, and then we try to, and then just so many pieces, so many conflicting opinions in what you should do, and it seems confusing because it is, because every single insight or advice is a piece of the puzzle. And some pieces don't fit your puzzle and you have to throw them away, but you don't know what those are until you really gathered enough pieces to see, okay, this is my puzzle and these pieces here are just alien pieces that I need to get rid of. And so it is a process of total confusion all the way. And you try to figure it out and you try to, stick to a path long enough to figure out if that's for you. And then something else comes along and it's just how it is. But most people use that confusion, or not most people, but some people use it as a way of saying, okay, then I can't. Then this is impossible. I might as well give up. But just look at that. Just because you're a little confused, because it seems hard, then you give up. You go, oh, I get all frustrated and it's hard and it's, yes, just look at that magical skill of being able to master this instrument. You think that's just like, walking over to it? Why on earth do you think that more people are not mastering the guitar? It's because they face confusion, they face frustration and all these things, and it makes them give up. So you might as well face that heads up, right? You know that is happening. And then just accept that. Okay, now I'm frustrated. I need to be, because that's what everyone was when they tried to reach the skill level I want, right? So can I be good at being frustrated in an efficient, constructive way that brings me towards my goal? Or will I give up, right? Will it's too hard, right? Just think about people, who are in a war, lying in a ditch in the ground with a gun, and people are trying to kill you. And you want to give up because it's confusing? I'm sorry to bring it on you like this so hard, but just look at that. Just man up, baby. Just look at that and then step up and do something else. And okay, let's find another piece of the puzzle and try that out. Everyone who kept trying actually got to the destination they wanted to get to. Everyone who gave up didn't. That's the difference, basically. 2 groups of people, right? So confusion is just part of the game. And I understand why that can be increased by the sheer mass of information that we have available on YouTube and other sources on the internet. It's incredible. It's just, my confusion when I started out was because of a lack of information. I had a couple of VHS tapes with a couple of advice, and that was it, right? And I had to figure it out all for myself. But what you can do is that you can focus on one thing for an extended period of time. But even in my world here, people say, I'm confused now, Klaus, because one day you tell me to separate out each challenge. So, for instance, when it's picking, you take each challenge out and really focus on that intensely. And the next day, you show me a run or an exercise that involves 10 different challenges. But shouldn't I practice? What is this, right? But of course, you need to use your own brain. You need to say, okay, it's a really effective principle to separate out these challenges. But once you've separated them all out and you practice them individually, maybe you could use an exercise that involves all of them, right? But you have to think that, you have to have that thought for yourself when you're watching YouTube videos. If you go into a course of mine, it's all laid out like a path, right? Like a teacher say you need to do X and Y, C, and then it will take you to this place. But when your basis is YouTube videos, and that wasn't an ad, by the way, it's just a fact that when you're watching YouTube videos, you have to use your brain, your intelligence, to say, where does this puzzle, this piece of the puzzle fit in all of the other puzzles? And then think, right? Use your mind in order to figure that out and say, this exercise I might want to put over there until I master more of the challenges involved. And then I want to use the principle of focusing on one challenge at a time until I master it, right? So I hope this makes sense to you. And then just, lean into it. You're confused. Hooray! You're taking on stuff that nobody else does. Most people don't like to be confused, so they just stay away from anything they don't know or are good at. They stay away from feeling like that, from feeling frustrated, from feeling like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it. So they don't even try. You do. Be happy about that. Your confusion is actually the best thing that can happen to any human being.